Imagine waking up tomorrow, walking into your living room, and realizing that the most powerful computer you own isn't on your desk, and it isn't in your pocket. It is sitting quietly, almost invisibly, underneath your television. For years, we have looked at the Apple TV as a simple, reliable black puck. It was the nice-to-have accessory. It was the premium way to watch Netflix without seeing ads. But while we were all distracted by iPhones and Vision Pros, Apple has been executing a silent, multi-year strategy to turn that boring black box into a Trojan horse that is about to conquer your entire home. The leaks coming out of Cupertino regarding the 2025 and 2026 roadmap are not just upgrades. They are a complete reinvention of what a living room device is supposed to be. We're talking about a shift from a streaming box to a central nervous system for your digital life, powered by silicon that has no business being in a media player. If you thought the console wars were between Sony and Microsoft, you were looking in the wrong direction. The real war is for the future of the home, and Apple just brought a nuclear weapon to a knife fight. To understand the magnitude of what is coming, we first have to look at the current landscape. Right now, the streaming world is a race to the bottom. You have Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Google Chromecast fighting to sell you cheap plastic dongles. Their business model is simple. Sell the hardware at a loss, or very cheaply, and then make billions by tracking your viewing habits and serving you ads on your home screen. They are data harvesters disguised as entertainment devices. The current Apple TV 4K has always stood apart from this. It is expensive, it is premium, and it respects your privacy. But historically, it has been overkill for just watching movies. That is about to change because the 2025 Apple TV is rumored to be abandoning the mobile-class chips of the past and adopting a variant of the M-class silicon, similar to what powers the MacBook Air and iPad Pro. This is the Project Cobalt leak that insiders are whispering about. Apple's internal naming schemes are usually very deliberate. When they assign metal-styled code names to prototypes, it suggests a structural reorganization of the product's purpose. Putting an M2 or M3 class chip into an Apple TV sounds insane on paper. Why do you need laptop-grade power to stream Disney+? You don't. But you do need laptop-grade power if you're building a device that is no longer just a streamer, but an autonomous AI compute engine. This new Apple TV is being engineered with the same precision thermal dispersion philosophy found in the iPhone 15 Pro. We're talking about a small footprint with a rigid internal skeleton designed to sustain high-performance workloads without melting down. This suggests that Apple is preparing for tasks that go far beyond video decoding. The most game-changing application of this new power is something called adaptive frame boost and on-device neural reconstruction. This is where the M-series neural engine flexes its muscles. We all watch legacy content. We watch old episodes of The Office, 90s sitcoms, or grainy YouTube videos. Right now, your TV tries to upscale them, and usually it looks terrible. The new Apple TV is rumored to use generative intelligence to reconstruct older 1080p or even 720p content into 4K remaster quality video in real time. It isn't just stretching the image. The AI is understanding what a face looks like, what a texture looks like, and essentially dreaming the missing details onto your screen instantly. This happens fully on device. There is no cloud processing, no data leaving your home. It is a level of visual fidelity that no other streaming box can match because no other streaming box has a neural engine this powerful. But the visual upgrades are just the tip of the iceberg. The integration of this level of compute power signals Apple's aggressive entry into the gaming market. We have treated Apple Arcade as a side project for years, but the pieces are finally falling into place. The M-class chips have GPU blocks capable of hardware-accelerated ray tracing. This is the same lighting technology used by the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X to create realistic reflections and shadows. We have already seen the precursors to this with Resident Evil Village and Death Stranding running on Apple Silicon. The 2025 Apple TV aims to be a console-grade device that hides in plain sight. It won't have a disk drive, and it won't be the size of a mini fridge. It will be a silent, fanless powerhouse that can run AAA titles natively. This shifts the Apple TV from a video player to a comprehensive entertainment station that justifies a higher price point. Then there is the issue of control. Everyone hates their TV remote. It is a universal truth. The current Siri remote is better than the old one, but it is still easy to lose. The rumors regarding the next-generation remote are solving a problem we have all screamed about. It is expected to finally include a UWB, or ultra-wideband, chip. This connects to the Find My network on your iPhone. We aren't just talking about playing a sound. We are talking about directional tracking. Your phone will literally point an arrow at your couch cushion and tell you it is 3 inches to the left. It brings centimeter-level precision to the most annoying problem in the living room. It is a friction-free solution that only Apple can pull off because they control the hardware in your phone and the hardware in your hand. However, the wildest rumor, and the one that has the most strategic potential, is the change in form factor. There are patent filings and supply chain whispers suggesting that Apple is exploring a high-end SKU of the Apple TV that isn't a box at all. Imagine a device that combines the Apple TV with a HomePod and a FaceTime camera into a single soundbar-like unit. This all-in-one spatial audio hub would sit below your TV. It would handle your theater-quality sound with Dolby Atmos, process your streaming, and use a built-in 4K camera for room-scale computing. This camera wouldn't just be for video calls, though seeing your family in 4K on a 65-inch screen is a killer feature. It would be for ambient awareness. Think about Apple Fitness Plus. Right now, you watch a trainer and hope you're doing it right. With a camera-equipped Apple TV hub, the device could use AI to track your skeletal form in 3D space. It could give you real-time feedback on your squat depth or your yoga pose, overlaying corrections on the screen. It could detect when you walk into the room and automatically load your personal profile. It could recognize a hand gesture to mute the volume or skip a track. This moves the device from being a passive receiver of commands to an active, aware participant in your home. It becomes a smart home orchestrator that actually sees and understands the environment it is in. This brings us to the software experience, which is getting a massive overhaul to match the new hardware. Apple is moving toward a unified watch row. Currently, if you want to watch a show on Hulu, you go to Hulu. If you want HBO, you go to Max. It is fragmented. The new tvOS, powered by this advanced silicon, aims to aggregate everything into a single predictive carousel. The AI analyzes your viewing habits across all apps and presents your content in one place. It stops you from being a user of apps and makes you a user of content. It prioritizes your intent over the business models of the streaming services. And because Apple makes its money on hardware and services, not ad sales, the interface remains clean. There are no flashing banner ads for car insurance on your home screen. It is digital dignity. The smart home aspect is the final pillar of this strategy. We have heard about Matter and Thread for a while, but the new Apple TV is positioned to be the ultimate border router. With the power of an M-series chip, it can handle hundreds of smart home devices with zero latency. It processes voice commands for Siri locally. This is huge for privacy. When you ask to turn off the lights or lock the door, that voice recording doesn't need to go to a server farm in a different country. It stays in the box. The response is instant. It turns the Apple TV into the brain of the smart home, managing automation scripts, security camera feeds, and environmental sensors without breaking a sweat. When you zoom out and look at all these pieces together, the laptop-class silicon, the generative AI video reconstruction, the console-quality gaming, the precision tracking remote, the potential soundbar form factor, and the privacy-first software, you realize that calling this an Apple TV feels like an understatement. It is a living room computer. It is Apple's answer to the question, what comes after the smart TV? The smart TV is dead. It's slow, it's full of ads, and it stops getting updates after 2 years. The Apple TV 2025 is the antidote. It is a device designed to last for a decade, to get smarter over time, and to integrate every other Apple product you own into a seamless web of functionality. It is a strategy defined by inevitability. Apple didn't rush to win the streaming wars. They waited. They built the silicon advantage. They built the software ecosystem. And now, they are ready to drop a piece of hardware that makes every other black plastic box under your TV look like a toy from the last century. This is not just about watching movies better. This is about owning the most valuable real estate in your house, and doing it with a level of polish and power that only Apple could deliver. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon like that. Here is my best opinion about this product. I honestly think the gaming aspect is the sleeper hit here. Everyone focuses on the movies, but if Apple can actually get developers to port their AAA games to this M3/M series architecture, it is game over for the casual console market. Why buy a $500 Xbox just to play FIFA or Call of Duty once a week if your silent, tiny Apple TV can do it just as well? Combine that with the privacy of not having your viewing habits sold to advertisers, and this becomes the only responsible choice for a modern smart home. It is expensive, sure, but you are paying for the silence, the speed, and the privacy. That is a trade I will make every single time.